If you're looking to advance your career, grow your online presence, build a personal brand that will help you to earn more, grow faster, and stress a whole lot less, well, then you've come to the right place. So make sure you don't go anywhere because it's Nez Nation Live. Come on back. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Nez Nation Live with yours truly, Professor Nez. I am your personal branding coach, executive career coach, online business owner, author, speaker, media company, everything. It's so exciting to see you guys. Thank you so much. If you're brand new to this is a show where we've been doing this for a very, very long time, and I love doing this. I love meeting with you guys. We go live every Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where you get to ask me anything you want, any question at all related to, hey, Nez, I need to figure out this whole online thing. How do you do it? I hear there's so many opportunities. I hear I can start a side hustle. I hear I can make money on the side, maybe even start an online business. I hear that hiring is all done there. I hear promoting is all done there. The whole world is on there. Let me just correct you. The whole world is on there. And so what I do and what we do here is we help you to craft a compelling message, build your online presence so you can earn more money, advance your career, grow, start, and scale your online business, and stress a whole lot less. It's money and mindset. That's what we're all about here at Nez Nation. Real practical tools that you can learn and that you can apply, like today. Not 5 years from now, not 12 months from now, not after you go through my course, or after you go through registration of this or that, or after you opt in, or after you buy my products. No. Everything that we talk about here is something that I've implemented and something that this amazing audience has implemented. So strap yourselves in, folks. I'm so excited to see you guys. Let's see who's here with us. We've got Sweeney Dunstan in the house. Yes, that is our mission statement, bringing more humanness to this digitalness. Yo, Tom Nash, I won't leave until you sneeze. You know what's really funny is I actually sneezed. Sneezed? Yeah. I actually sneezed a little bit earlier, right before I went live. I was going on LinkedIn Stories to promote the show. And like literally as soon as I got on LinkedIn Stories, as soon as I did the first LinkedIn story, boom, shakalaka. Here comes the sneeze. George Fisher, great to see you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have this ongoing joke here on Nez Nation Live where for some reason, I won't sneeze the entire day. I won't sneeze for months. But as soon as I go live, it's like, holy macadamia nut, there I am. I go live. And so it just doesn't make any sense. So it's kind of an ongoing joke that we have here at Nez Nation Live. So great to see you guys. Come on in. And it looks like Tara D. There's an echo. Can anybody else hear that? Michael Kataf, how are you? Can anybody else hear the echo? Is there an echo to my voice? Let me see here. Anybody else hearing the echo? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Let's figure out what's going on here. I hear no echo here. Okay, it might be on your device if you hear that. Thank you so much, Tom. And Tom and Sweeney says there's no echo here. I appreciate that. One of the things I talk about all the time when it comes to creating content and when it comes to live streaming, live video, podcasting, no matter how advanced you are, no matter how experienced you are, please do not let the technical issues get in your way. I'm just going to go ahead and answer this. Nobody's asked me this yet. I've got a ton of videos on my YouTube channel all about how to grow your own business, how to start a live stream show, how to host a talk show, how to start a podcast, how to start live streaming. I've got tons of software tutorials on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/Professor Nez. But I talk about this all the time, and the biggest thing that impedes people is the technical stuff. Look, I've been live streaming way before this stuff was popular. I'm an early adopter of Twitter Live, early adopter of Facebook Live, YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live. And trust me when I say, even at this advanced stage, you never quite get out of the technical issues that you're going to receive. So I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Flash Fam in the house. Yeah. How you doing, Flash Fam? It's so great to see you. Silver Fox DJ, so great to see you too. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, LinkedIn user on LinkedIn. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it's so great to see you, Flash. How are you, man? You guys know what to do, right? You guys know before we really get cooking, you need to share this out and you need to smash that smash button. Hit that like button, share this out. We want to get as many people in here as possible because you guys know sharing is caring. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. I really appreciate it. How are you guys doing, by the way? I know that this has been an insane week. You know what? My wife and I, just to share a little quick story, my wife and I, Mike McCallan in the house on LinkedIn. Great to see you, brother. You know, it's just been an insane week, and I have a feeling that it might not be over yet. I know there's a lot of things kind of ruminating the airwaves about everything is complete and everything is finished. And you know what? I hope it is. I hope it's over. Trust me. I am ready to move on. I am ready to stop having this, explode all over my feeds everywhere I go. And I'm hoping that we can really get things cooking and just go back to our lives and get back to work and get things done and really come together. I've always been an advocate for unity. I've always been an advocate that we live in the greatest country, and I love my country. I love the opportunities that we have here, and Americans will persist. I told my wife on Friday, while all this hoopla was going on, and my mother-in-law took the kids. And I just said, you know what, honey, let's just turn everything off. I mean, I love that quote. I can't remember who it was that said this. It's a great quote that, you'll be amazed how everything, how good something will work if you just unplug it and plug it back in again. You'll be amazed how you can fix a lot of things just by unplugging it and plugging it back in again, including you. And so it was such a great relief to just kind of really unplug and spend some quality time with my wife. I made a nice dinner for us, and we just really hung out and spent some time talking about the kids and talking about a lot of things that, we didn't really usually talk about or didn't even really have time to talk about because, if you're like me who runs a business, you've got a family, you're a husband, you're a father, you don't have time for anything. I mean, I'm a content creating machine. I'm posting 2, 3, sometimes 4 videos a week on my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, I've got a video coming out at 12 p.m. Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern today over at youtube.com/Professor Nez that you definitely have to go check out. Talking about mindset. Your mental is everything, y'all. Don't ever forget this. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't care how successful you are financially, monetarily, materialistically. If you don't have your inner game, your outer game may be phenomenal, but if your inner game is not on point, it means squat. This is why I talk a lot about the inner constitution, if you will, and how important that is for everything. Really identifying the true blockades, the true obstructions in your life. It's all internal. If your mindset ain't right, nothing else matters. So it's really, really important. That's why I talk about that a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you're doing really well. I love it. Okay, great. Thank you so much. It's funny. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You are the creator of your destiny. Another thing, what I love about the spirit of our forefathers and the spirit of the founders is whatever you feel you need to do to better your life, you have opportunities here that you don't have anywhere else. And so, if you're worried about who the next president of the United States is, or if you're worried that, this is going to have such a grand impact on your life, look, I mean, I hate to tell you this, but only you control that. There's a lot of things that are out of our control. And you need to understand that the only way that you're going to advance your career, the only way that you're going to grow your business is to get this dude out of the way and stop letting external factors dictate and worry about the internal factors. I am living proof that this stuff works. I don't just call myself professor for nothing. I'm an actual business communications professor teaching at some of the top Southern California universities. And look, I've actually, I still actually teach. I still actually teach at the university. And so, but on a very part-time basis now. I used to teach, check this out. You're gonna be shocked by this. I used to teach over 14 classes a semester. You guys know how hard I work. I work hard. I work 8 days a week. Nez, why were you teaching that many classes at a university, for crying out loud? Why? I was up at dawn and I didn't get home till 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I mean, this was 6 days a week, by the way. And then Sunday was just spent all grading and curriculum design and everything else. Well, first of all, because the universities exploit. They exploit professors. They don't give a rat's butt about professors. It's all about, making sure that the administration is covered. It's all about making sure that, everybody's well funded and programs and marketing and the perception of value more than taking care of their own people. So if you think professors get paid well, think again. They don't get paid jack. I was able to transfer my skills, which I really accrued helping my mom start her business when I was 13, 14 years old. My mom owns a leather manufacturing boutique. And, I honed my skills there. And I went back into the online business years ago. I still teach part-time because I absolutely love my students. I don't like the bureaucracy and I don't like the administrative kind of overlords, if you will. But I love my students, okay? And the pay is still abysmal. But I love my students. And so now I went from 14 classes a semester to I literally teach one, maybe two a semester because I've been able to do everything that I'm sharing with you today. I've been able to put myself out there. I've been able to monetize my expertise. I've created a personal branding coaching business. I've created an online academy. I've got multiple streams of revenue through affiliate marketing, right? Through speaking gigs, through brand deals, sponsorships. You too can have this. There's nothing special about Professor Nez. There's nothing even original about Professor Nez. You too can do this. You have to put in the work. I don't care who's in office. I don't care who's Secretary of State. I don't care who's Governor of California. It's not going to make a difference. You need to still do it on your own. You still need to take ownership of your life, manifest destiny. And we've never had a better opportunity than now to do what you love and make money doing it. There's never been a better opportunity to do this. I hear a lot of people talk about, well, what if YouTube goes away? What if Facebook goes away? What if LinkedIn goes away? What if Google dies? It's not going to happen, first of all. It's never going to happen. I mean, these things are just starting. I mean, think about this, guys. 15 years ago, Facebook, YouTube didn't exist. I mean, think about this, guys. LinkedIn wasn't around. I mean, well, LinkedIn was just barely starting, but a lot of these things, this is just the beginning. Imagine if somebody told Henry Ford that. Imagine if somebody said, these car things are going to go away. This isn't going to be around forever. Nobody cares about cars. You should just quit. Imagine if somebody told J.P. Morgan that. Imagine if somebody told Dale Carnegie that. Imagine if somebody told Thomas Edison that. You have to take control and ownership. And I'm here to inspire, hopefully, more than anything, and just show that it's not easy, but it is unbelievably feasible. It's not easy. It takes a ton of work. It takes a ton of commitment. It takes conviction. If you really want it bad enough, you got it. I'm not trying to sound woo-woo or bumper stickery, but if you really want it bad enough, it will happen. This is the greatest country on earth, and we made it. Flash says, now I wish you were when I was at Cal State Fullerton. Oh man, I would have loved to have had you in my class, Flash. You would have absolutely had the time of your life in my class. You would have been There wouldn't have never have been a dull moment, my friend. There never would have been a dull moment. I would have loved to have had that. Silver Fox says, "Do you cook? What do you make?" You know what's really funny? I have to kind of maybe go back and retract my statement. I'm not really a cook, but I love barbecue. I love barbecuing steak, chicken. I love barbecuing pork chops. I love barbecuing. Pretty much I can whatever it is I can barbecue it. Salmon, and my real specialty, really honestly, my real specialty is breakfast. I love breakfast. I love scrambled eggs. I love eggs over easy. I love hash browns. I love. Now I'm eating. I don't eat these sausage patties anymore. They're kind of like these. I don't know. I don't want to say vegan sausage patties, but they're kind of like that, and I think they're good. They taste just as good as the real one. But when you get to my age and you got to worry about cholesterol and all that other crap, and I still want to enjoy my breakfasts, I love breakfast. I love everything bagels. Holy macadamia nut! I'm getting hungry. Let's stop talking about food. We can't do it. Leave your questions in the comments down below. If you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly, Professor Nez. We go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can ask me anything live on the air, and I will answer it. Anything related to career search, job search, LinkedIn branding, online business, different streams of revenue, how to diversify, how to get into YouTube, how to start building my online presence and drawing the right clients, customers, anything at all. You can ask me anything. Leave your questions in the comments down below, and I will answer it. I promise you I will answer it. Sweeney says, to be fair, someone did tell all those people they won't succeed, but they didn't let it bother them. I love that. Yes, and actually, the ultimate, which I talk about a lot on my channel, and which if you are subscribed to my channel and you hit all notifications, you're going to get this video at 12 p.m. Pacific. It's a brand new video called 6 Proven Ways to Reduce Anxiety. You got to go check that out. It's amazing, monstrously valuable. Not only do people tell you you can't succeed, but the ultimate critic, the ultimate harshest impediment is the dude inside your head. That dude who I call the eternal doubter. Nobody is as vociferous. Nobody is as ferocious as that dude. And we all got that dude inside our head. You'll be amazed if you truly, truly just sit down and really examine what is the thing that I want. Check this out. This is the ultimate formula. Identify this. Maybe even write this down. What is it that I want? What's going to make me truly feel like I have purpose? Forget about happiness. Happiness is bubkus, okay? You're not supposed to be happy all the time. I mean, that's just an impossibility. And plus, the greatest innovations, change, go-getters, change makers never were happy, okay? They just had purpose. Purpose is more sustainable than happiness. We need to get over this. Everybody be happy. You should be happy all the time. How come you're not smiling? Shut up. I don't need to smile. Okay. I'm not trying to be a dead fish here, but, purpose is stronger than happiness. What is it that I want? What will truly make me feel fulfilled? Purpose gives you fulfillment. And then what's stopping me? Truly write that down. It could be the people that you're surrounding yourself with. It could be monetary factors, financial factors. It could be family. It could be, the things that you're paying attention to, because don't forget, everybody write this down. What you pay attention to, you will give power to. But I guarantee you, if you really dive deep, one of those answers in that column, what's stopping me, is going to be your inner critic, the internal denier, the internal, eternal doubter, because it stops everybody. It's what stops everybody. Nez, I can't start an online business. Nez, I can't do a side hustle. I don't know anything about affiliate marketing. You think I knew all those things starting out? I didn't know jack, but I learned. I learned by stop listening to this dude and saying, you know what? I'm going to do my best. I'm going to research. I'm going to practice. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to fail. I'm going to stumble. I'm going to fall. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do everything I can to learn everything I can about this topic. And then actually doing it. I mean, it's just unbelievable what you can really do just by making the decision. Here's the easiest thing you can do right now. Make the decision with, ironclad conviction. Make the decision that I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to finally get in shape. I'm going to finally quit my 9 to 5 because that I hate, and I'm going to go do what I love to do, and I'm going to try to monetize that. As a matter of fact, let me take that back. You don't have to quit anything. You can still do your 9 to 5 because I know a lot of us don't have the luxury to just quit. But you know what? Instead of spending all of my time on frivolous things like shopping or, spending too much time scrolling social media or watching too much Netflix, I'm going to actually spend some of that time doing and constructing and creating something that I love. Make this ironclad decision. Hold yourself accountable. Watch what happens if you just make the decision. It's that simple. You just have to make the decision. That's it. Silver Fox says, I'll be doing my Nez YouTube marathon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's just absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Tommy Willis, the world-renowned troll, is here. Oh, my God. My favorite troll, a curious streamer. You've changed your name and everything. I can't believe this. Thank you so much. Silver Fox says, I love this topic. So important to hear. Yes. Flash says, those are the ones you get away from, and surround yourself with like-minded people that will pick you up and not try to bring you down. Yes. And Michael, I want to get to your question. In just a second here, but I want to address. So great to see you, Tom, by the way. I hope you're doing really, really well. Tom says, I'm going to find me a woman. I'm 70, so the bar is pretty low. Believe me, even if you weren't 70, the bar would be pretty low. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Tom. Tom and I we roast each other. He has such a great sense of humor. Give me a little bit more clarification on this. Michael on LinkedIn says, how can override my career and get into the best opportunity? Clarify that for me. What do you mean by override your career? I'd love to hear more about that. What do you kind of mean by that? How do I override my career and get into the best opportunity? First of all, tell me a little bit more about what your career is and what exactly you mean by overriding. I'm assuming that you mean transitioning into a different career. Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean by transitioning into a different career, boy, do I have the most amazing video for you called Career Change, the 10 best jobs that you can transition to into a new career. You got to go check that out. Go to youtube.com/Professor Nez. It's a fantastic video. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in or maybe I can have Sweeney. Sweeney, can you go on my channel and type in Career Change? I think it's like the best jobs for career change or something like that. I can't remember the title. Put that in the chat, please, if you wouldn't mind. I'd really appreciate it. By the way, most of you guys might not know, and some of you are listening to this right now, but we do have the best personal branding podcast, #1 rated, over 100 plus 5-star reviews, called Personal Branding 101. Just type in Professor Nez or Nez Nation Live on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you're at. And definitely go check out our podcast. It's like having the best university right in your eardrums. Everything about branding, online business, career advancement, everything. So make sure you go do that. Michael, I want to get to your question. And Flash brings up a really great point. You definitely, I guarantee you, if you make that list and you make that column, you will find that the people who are around you, I've always said this before, friends can be the ultimate murderers of dreams. Your friends can destroy you without you even knowing it. How many times has this happened to you? You had an idea for something, or maybe you just were inspired by something and you felt like you needed to share it. Hey guys, I got a really cool idea for something I could do with my life, or something I could do with my career, or maybe even start an online business, or start something new, a new project. And you are so passionate, you're so happy, you're so energized, and then this is the response you get. It could be as subtle as this. This is the response you get from your friends. I don't know about that. Or, I think it's been done too many times. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Or even just the roll of an eyes can absolutely obliterate your dreams. You got to really, really be careful, and you got to really make sure that the people around you are not the the Achilles heel that's getting in your way. So that's, I mean, I've been around those people, and I've had to really. It was not easy. I've had to really let go of some people who I'd been around for a long time. And here's another thing I say about friendship: history does not equate longevity. History does not equate a good friendship. Just because you've known somebody for a long time, people change. We all evolve, including you. And so sometimes you just have to identify, you know what, this isn't working anymore. I can't have this in my life anymore. So, like, I'm sorry, but I got to go. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, Michael, if you're asking me how to override your career and get into the best opportunity, try to identify what the skills are that have gotten you to where you are. What are the skills that give you the most excitement? What do you love doing more than anything? Is it sales? Is it marketing? Is it customer service? Is it project management, etc.? And then try to, communicate that through a compelling message to companies, through LinkedIn, through resume. Try to identify those transferable skills and then see what companies are looking for. Maybe you want to go into a new opportunity or transition into a new career. Try to see what those companies, what are the similarities? Like, do they want somebody who understands cross functionality? Do they want somebody who has an entrepreneurial mindset? Do they want somebody who has this type of communication skills? Do you have transferable skills? And so just try to identify those and then craft a compelling message or pitch and reach out to those companies and organizations and just see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Here's another thing too. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't worry about rejection. The people I just talked to, clients especially, that are worried about rejection. Look, I get it, but trust me when I say this. The best of the best have been rejected. I mean, Jeff Bezos was rejected a million times. Thomas Edison was rejected a million times. Einstein was rejected a million times. Everybody, Professor Nez has been, I know this is hard to believe. Professor Nez was rejected a million times. So what? The worst thing that could happen is they say, no, there's too much upside. What if they say yes? What if they say, we want to talk to you? I've been really working on considering doing a video about how to get brand deals for small channels, because I've gotten a ton of brand deals and sponsorships for my channel, and I'm at like about to get to 6,000 subscribers. Not a channel that I take for granted, not an audience that I take for granted. I'm so blessed and lucky to have those 6,000 subscribers, and I know I'm going to grow. I'll probably get to 10,000 by 2021, which I'm super excited about, and I'm going to keep pushing. But, you wouldn't think that a channel of my size would be able to get, five-figure deals from brands and sponsorships. You know how I did it? I did it by not being afraid to ask, by not being afraid to reach out, by not being afraid to say, hey, you know what? I think I could bring a lot of value to your company, to your product, to your audience. And this is what I do, and really communicating. This is why I say messaging is everything. Matthew Mitchell in the house. Good to see you. Ashley, how are you? So good to see you. Good morning, Ashley. It is so great to see you. If you're just coming in right now, I would love it if you wouldn't mind smashing that smash button and sharing this out, because y'all know sharing is caring. So make sure that you do that. I would really, really appreciate it. Matthew Mitchell in the house. So great to see you. Thank you, Matthew, for all being here. And I'll get to your question in just a second. Flash in your pan says it's all mindset, and we can change that. I'm so glad. It's so great to see you. It is so great to see you, Flash. Flash fam in the house. Hashtag Flash fam. How are you, sir? It's so good to see you. Michael, you're welcome. I'm glad that helped you. I'm really glad that helped you. Luis is in the house. There he is. Luis, my other main mod. How are you doing, Luis? Great to see you. I saw the replay of your live stream, Luis. Welcome back. Welcome back to live streaming on YouTube. That is fantastic. So great to see you. So yeah, so it's really, really important, Michael. Leave your questions down below, by the way. If you have any questions related to anything, leave your questions down below. I will answer them. Thank you so much. It's great to see you. Yes. Nez Nation, hashtag Nez Nation is Flash fam, and vice versa. Absolutely. I love that. So great to see you. So yeah, so Michael, just to get back to you and even Matthew, Find out. Don't just create a resume or create a LinkedIn brand that's just all about you. Make it about them. What is it that you possess that will serve them? What is it that you possess will help them solve their problems? Now, obviously, you can hire me to help you if you want me to, and I've got links in the description where you can reach out to me or just reach out to me on LinkedIn. But I don't even think you need to do that. I've got a ton of videos that are free. I also have a course called Building Your Resume, the ultimate template for your resume, which, if you go to beyondtheboxacademy.com, you can go check that out there. Also, I have a ton of videos on this too, on how to brand you. I've got an entire playlist on my YouTube channel called LinkedIn Branding, which I've got a resume writing masterclass on it's a live stream that I did about 6-7 months ago. So go check that out and learn how you can do that. But that would be the best kind of thing I could say. Great to see you, Ashley. I'm so proud that you made it to the live stream. I'm so happy that you made it to the live stream. Don't forget, guys, we go live, okay, every Sunday, okay, 9:30 a.m. Pacific and 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You got to really hit that bell notification, select all notifications so that you get notified, or just put it in your own personal calendar. Every Sunday we go live. It's a live Q&A. You can ask me anything. I do still have guests on in our kind of second show, if you will, on the Nez Nation podcast live stream show, which is I bring on experts to talk about everything that we talk about here, how to build your presence, how to build your brand, how to earn more, grow faster, and stress less. And so you want to make sure you subscribe to the podcast as well, because all of these turn into podcasts. But I love, 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 love seeing you guys here live. I absolutely love it. Okay, Silver Fox DJ says, that's one thing I can't figure out. How do I transition from 8 to 5, build my brand, and get out of that employee robot mentality too? Oh my God, I love this question. I'm going to get to that question right away. Flash says, well, I have told the construction company I work for that I can either start my own or get another job, but my own irons in the fire are more. That is fantastic, Flash. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Yes, take ownership. And also, another thing, and by the way, let me know in the comments if you're like, Nez, I would love to have that video on how to get brand deals and sponsorships with a small YouTube channel. Let me know if you'd like to see me create that video, because I'm really good at that. And I know exactly what you need to do. So let me know in the chat down below if you're interested in a video like that. Know your value. One of the things that's related to potentially that video that I might create is to really know your value. This goes for salary negotiations as well. You will have to negotiate for yourself. You will have to advocate for yourself. And if you don't value yourself, the company or organization or brand, they're gonna perceive that as, well, we can get this guy for cheap, or we can get this gal for cheap. And you know what? It actually demeans your ethos. And so I don't want to see that happen. Know your value, know your worth, know what you bring to the table, and do not settle, no matter how tempting it is, because you have to think of this as long-term. You may get a couple of quick deals that amount to a lot of money, but it's not about getting those quick deals, early, and then seeing that your brand and your reputation just kind of fades after that because you didn't really value yourself. It's all about the long game. So value yourself from the very beginning. Value yourself from the outset, and you'll have a sustainable business, sustainable revenue model over the course of time. It's super, super important. Arslan TQ, great to see you on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I want to get to this question. And by the way, thank you so much. Louise says, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that question. I love that. Yes, I love that. Very, very good. Silver Fox says, I work at the state employment office. I help people do this exactly. Can you believe I can't figure out my own? Yes, I can. You know why? I can totally see why you can't figure that for your own. It's because it's based on neuroscience. This is why people like me exist. Look, 90% of the clients that I work with are people who could probably do it on their own. But it's based on neuroscience. Think about this. There's nothing wrong with you, Silver Fox. My wife, look, every thumbnail, every branding, because my wife's a billion times smarter than me and a billion times more talented than me, I have her look at it first before I ever click publish or submit or anything, because I need it too. She's my ultimate life coach and business coach, and I'm very, very lucky. It's based on neuroscience. You can't look at yourself with the same level of objectivity, no matter how smart you think you are. You cannot view yourself with the same level of pure objectivity that somebody on the outside can. Why? Because you're too emotionally invested in yourself. You just are. Whether you know it or not, this is scientifically proven. You're too emotionally invested in who you are. Think about this. Here's an analogy I like to use. Stephen King. Why does Stephen King, who is the most successful author of all time, economically at least, why does he hire an editor? Can he not edit his own work? Is he ill equipped? Of course not. He understands neuroscience. He knows that he cannot give himself that same level of objectivity that an outside, unbiased, external source can. So that's why it's important. I mean, I run a consulting agency. We help people build their online brand. We help businesses build their online brand. Look, I have hired thousands. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on consultants and business coaches, etc. They have all paid massive dividends. You need that external, unbiased viewpoint. And so there's nothing wrong with you. There's totally nothing wrong with you. And so I want to get to your question because it's such a great thing, Silver Fox. And I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the chat. Give me a hashtag yes if that made sense, what I just said about neuroscience. Silver Fox says, that's one thing I can't figure out. How do I transition from 8 to 5, build my brand, and get out of that employee robot mentality too? Look, that's really important to understand is that if you're somebody, it's good to understand where your what's in your DNA, okay? Because being a business owner is not always, it's not for everybody, okay? Running your own business is not for everybody. Now, doing a little side hustle on the side where you can actually, it's so feasible now where you can just make some extra money that could maybe potentially, I think, start with that first. If you're a writer, a designer, you have, coaching abilities in maybe business or marketing or life coaching or anything like that, accounting, finance, whatever, setting up a little side hustle where you just make some extra money on the side, start there. Don't think I'm going to start this empire or enterprise because you need to identify. So two things. You don't have to quit the 8 to 5. I'm not a big believer. A lot of people say quit your job. I don't believe in that. Quit your job. Just quit your job. Look, I got kids. I got a mortgage. I can't just quit my job. What are you talking about? Don't quit your job. You can do this on the side. You can do this on the weekends. You can do this part-time just to start. Get a taste for entrepreneurialism. Get a taste for entrepreneurialism first. See how it works. I guarantee you, because every entrepreneur, business owner can relate to what I'm saying right now. Great to see you, Steve. Hashtag yes on Twitter. Great to see you, Steve. Every entrepreneur, I want everybody to perk your ears about what I'm going to say. When I got that first notification from PayPal or Stripe or whoever, whatever your payment processor is, that somebody paid you, okay? Somebody paid you online to help them with something. That first notification, it's Christmas, New Year's, Chinese New Year, 4th of July, all wrapped up in one. In your brain. You just got like Willie Nelson tunes screaming in your brain. You've got fireworks in your chest. It's probably the greatest feeling ever. I mean, I still get that feeling when I get that notification that somebody bought one of my services, my packages, my online course, whatever, ebook. I still get that feeling because it's such a great feeling. It's such a validation, all the hard work, all the time you put into it, that people believe in the perception of you the same way that you believe in yourself is a great validation. Taste it a little bit first. Just try it out a little bit first. See if it's something that you can, really sustain over time. So don't think like, oh my God, I got to start an online business and quit my 8 to 5 and get out of this robot mentality. It's simpler than that. That's too complicated. Look, just start engaging in something that you can offer to people that is something that you feel you can solve. A problem that they have, an issue that they have, an obstacle that they have that you actually can help them with. And you can charge a good amount of money for that service. Okay. People will pay a good amount of money for that service or that good or what have you. E-commerce too. Do not overlook the power of e-commerce. E-commerce has never become more feasible and less, kind of gatekeeper, less obstructive than now, especially with Shopify. And so I might do a whole series of videos on e-commerce and selling products and services, or selling mostly physical products on Shopify, which is a fantastic, underutilized way of making money online. So start just with a little side hustle. Like I said, it takes commitment, it takes time, it takes work, a lot of work. A lot of people like to talk about passive income. Oh, passive income, it's so great. Yes, passive income is awesome, but you have to work very hard to put strategic intelligence systems and processes in place. Okay? So, I love passive income. I right now am a partner of StreamYard. StreamYard is the live stream software that I use. So I do affiliate marketing for them all the time. TubeBuddy is the plugin I use for my YouTube channel. I get revenue from that. I have an Amazon storefront where I get revenue from that. There's nothing wrong with passive income, but it's not just like, boom, I'll just snap my fingers and start making money online. No, you got to be smart, strategic, put in the work. It's not difficult. It just takes work. Put in the systems and processes in place. You want to sell t-shirts and you want to do print on demand, very feasible right now. All of that stuff. E-commerce, it's delicious. It's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Flash says true. That's why I consult with my better half. Yes, exactly. So was that helpful, Silver Fox? Give me a hashtag, a capital yes, if that was helpful. If you're just joining us right now, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly, Professor Nez. I'm a personal branding coach, business owner, executive career coach, author, speaker, and online business strategist. We go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, and my Facebook business page every single Sunday. I want to see you here. And I would love it if you'd subscribe to the podcast too, because we've got an amazing podcast show that I would love for you guys to subscribe to. And by the way, you guys know that I do this. Louise says a great comment. You start little by little. Just remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. Beautifully said. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yes, exactly. By the way, if you're watching and listening to this right now live or on the replay, you guys know that I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called online coaching calls, personal branding coaching calls, career coaching calls, where I actually bring an individual on. These are just amazingly valuable videos and podcasts. You can find it on YouTube or you can find it on Spotify, Apple, wherever. But I have a specific playlist on my YouTube channel called Personal Branding Coaching Calls, where I actually coach somebody on air, helping them with their career or their business. And you can learn so much by checking those out. I know Silver Fox has checked out some of those. Silver Fox, let me know if those are super valuable. Well, guess what? In Silver Fox, you could do this. I don't know if you guys know this. I've said this many times before in previous shows, but you too could get a free on-air live coaching call where I can help you with your career or your business live, and it's free. I mean, these are services that sometimes cost thousands of dollars, and so I'm offering you guys a chance to enter into this very simple contest so you can win a free online coaching call with me, yours truly. And so if you're wondering how to do that, this is how you do it. It's very, very simple. You go to our podcast on Apple, Nez Nation Live, the Personal Branding 101 podcast. That's what the banner art looks like on Apple, Spotify, everywhere. But I would like for you to do this on Apple. Write us a 5-star review. Screenshot that review. It better be 5 stars because it's the best podcast on planet Earth. Screenshot that and then share it on Twitter and tag me, Professor Nez. And then we just pick a random winner. And so that's all you got to do. All you got to do, write a review on Apple, screenshot that review, and then share it on Twitter, tagging me. I'm at Professor Nez. If you want to know what's your Twitter handle, Nez, if you're wondering what my Twitter handle is, it's just at Professor Nez, okay? And so that's it. Very, very simple. And so make sure that you do that. Make sure that you do that. And you can win a free coaching call. You could win a free coaching call. Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Silver Fox says, I watched your YouTube video on that. Yes. Flash says, I don't do Apple. Well, then you don't get a free coaching call. Okay, Flash? I love you, Flash. It's so great to see you, man. What do you do, Flash? You do Spotify or what do you do? I mean, we're on Spotify too. So make sure that you check us out on Spotify. We're everywhere. And so I'd love to see you guys there. If you have any other questions, please leave the questions down below. Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really proud of the work that I've been able to do, and my wife has had a lot of help in that. And I do have a few people that are in my business. It's a very small business, obviously, but I'm very, very proud of the YouTube channel. I'm proud of the podcast. I'm proud of our media affiliates. I'm proud of how Nez Nation has turned into this global media enterprise, which is just so powerful. And so I'm so blessed that people watch. I mean, I get people messaging me from India, Singapore, Sudan, Amsterdam, South Africa, messaging me and saying, I listen to your podcast. I love your podcast. I mean, to you guys, Nez Nation, bringing more humanness to this digitalness. To you guys, Nez Nation, it's all for you. It's not for me. It's all for you. Nez, why do you do all this stuff? Well, I do it because I remember what it was like slaving. I remember what it was like doing something that I hated. I remember what it was like working for a complete a-hole of a toxic boss. I remember what it was like feeling like there's no other outlet for me. There's no other way for me. And that all that, do what you want and, put your mind to it was just a bunch of hokum. I was there. I've been in those dark depths. I've been in that, savage loneliness, if you will. And I feel compelled to do this. It was the inspirers, not the teachers, not the, experts, not the gurus. It was the inspirers who dug me out of the depths. The people who, just for the very sake of sharing their story and feeling inspired themselves, shared their story, shared their vision, shared their desire to help, that pulled me out of the depths. And so I just want to be another link in that chain if I can. And I'm hoping to inspire you listening and watching right now. You can do this. We're living in the golden age of opportunity. This is the most feasible time. There are no more gatekeepers. You can go directly to your audience through live video, through content marketing, content creation, through these amazing platforms, by creating your very own platform, if you will. If you just put in the time, if you just, really make that decision, cement the decision in here that I'm going to do this, it will happen. It's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen 3 months from now. It's not even going to happen 12 months from now. But it will happen. It takes time. Okay? It takes time. But if I promise you, if you, not just consistent, but persistent, if you're persistent, it will happen. I promise you it will. And if you need help, I don't think you do, but if you need extra help, feel free to contact me. I'm very, very easy to get a hold of, and you can hire me. Just email me at nez@professornez.com, or just go to my website, professornez.com, and you'll see all the services there. And you can even book your own appointment with me. It's very, very simple. But I don't even think you need all that. I think you just need to really put in the time and energy and make sure that you pay attention, and it will happen. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. Yes, you could win a chance to get a free online coaching call with yours truly. Joe Dexter in the house. How are you, Joe? Great to see you. It's always good to see you, Joe. Joe is an awesome member of the Nez Nation family. Flash fam. Nez Nation fam. Glad to catch you for a few minutes and looking forward to the replay. Yeah, brother, you got to check this out. That's the beautiful thing, too, is I love how all of these shows end up on the replay, and you can listen to them on the podcast. So really, really powerful. Luis says, keyword is value. Once you bring that to your viewers, they will see that you are for them and not for your own gain. Yes, that is the key word. You need to truly, truly, sincerely, in earnest, provide some kind of support, some kind of help, some kind of value to your audience, and it's got to be concrete value. It can't be fake value. It can't be promotional value. It can't be, any of that stuff. It needs to truly come from that desire to see other people succeed, whether that's helping them become a better chef, helping them become a better mother or parent, helping them become better with technology, helping them become better in their business, in their career, in their life, whatever that is. This goes for business and life, okay? If you just do it for yourself, you're going to lose. You can't just do it for yourself, right? The person who's going to win the presidency is going to be perceived as somebody who cares about the people, not about themselves. It's like that every single election. And so whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it's the perception that, this person actually cares. And they've done a good job of crafting a message, hopefully in earnest, that they're willing to sacrifice their time and their energy for you, so you can actually get something out of it. If you do that, the sky's the limit. You are bound by nothing. I promise you. You're bound by nothing. You could actually, speaking of podcasts, I've learned a ton over the last 5, 6, 7 years listening to podcasts. Let me know, by the way, in the chat down below. Let me know how many podcasts you listen to and where do you listen to them? Are you like me, where I love listening to podcasts in the car? I love listening to podcasts early in the morning rather than radio or even music. I love listening. I love listening to music, but I don't really listen to music in the morning. I listen to music, usually when I'm around the house or with my kids or other places. Here's where I listen to podcasts the most. Just Samson made it. There he is. Just Samson, the man, the myth, the legend. How's everything going, brother? I hope you're doing well. I know you guys went through a pretty tumultuous time with the Silverado or the Blue Ridge fire, I think it was. I hope you're doing well, Just Samson. It's great to see you. Come on in, and don't forget, as we always say, make sure you smash that smash button, a.k.a. that like button, and make sure that you share this out, because y'all know sharing is caring. That's the only way that you can show that you care, is by sharing it. That's not true at all. I don't even know why I said that. Of course, it's not the only way. Just you being here. That's what I love. But if you wouldn't mind sharing, it'd make me really happy. I don't know if you know this, but every time you share a Nez Nation Live podcast live stream, an angel in heaven gets its wings. How sweet is that? So, what are you waiting for? Natalia, great to see you on YouTube. Great to see you. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave your questions in the comments down below. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world to me. Flash says, I heart Spotify. Yeah, so we're over there too, Flash. We're over there too. Yeah, you know what I do? Where I listen to... Yeah, did you just come from Pat's stream, Samson? Oh, already beat that button up. I love that. Thank you so much, Samson. I love the way you said that. That's absolutely awesome. Joe says, I listen to pods when working, while cooking, and when I sleep. Yeah, I love that, man. Joe, I know you're subscribed to the Nez Nation Personal Branding Podcast, correct? At least I hope you are. Yeah, Louise says, I listen to podcasts in the morning when taking public transportation. That's absolutely awesome. Yeah, that was a close one, man. I'm so glad you prevailed. That makes me super, super happy. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know that was not easy, dude. My mother-in-law lives in Anaheim Hills, and so the Silverado fire, actually, I think maybe the Blue Ridge fire was even closer to her too. So she lives over there. I know you live very close to her too. One of these days, when this COVID crap is over, Samson, you and I need to grab a coffee or something, or lunch. My treat. We need to do that. I like to listen to podcasts. You know what I do? This is exactly what I do. Not only do I love to listen on commutes. Commutes are great. But I love when I get up early in the morning, right, and start my day. First thing I do is I check all my emails, get everything ready, plan, orchestrate. What do I need to do? Where are my client meetings? Get my appointments in order. While I'm doing all that, I'm listening to podcasts and getting insane value. Universities are in trouble, y'all. I hate to break it to you. Look, I'm a professor, I teach business communications at Chapman University and other universities as well, too. Online universities. Universities are in trouble. Enrollment is down significantly. COVID has exposed where universities are coming up short. And I hope to God that they take this as a wake-up call, because I believe in the power of learning. I believe in the power of inspiration. And the only professors that I remember, the only teachers that I remember, are the ones that inspired me, not the ones that taught me anything, but actually inspired me. And so I really hope that the university takes this as a wake-up call, because it really needs to change. It's just too antiquated. It's just too antiquated. Yes, it was. Oh, yeah, it was definitely on fire, Flash. Gauging Gadgets. How in the world are you? Great to see you, G squared. Double G. Double G is in the house. So great to see you. I hope you're doing really well. Silver Fox says, when you don't have real people in your life that understand your goals, you feel, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's it, Silver Fox. Yes, that is it, DJ. You're absolutely right. And it's not easy to say to these people, look, I'm done. Or look, and if they really care about you, if they're really people who are worthy to be in your life, they would recognize that you are concerned with their negativity. If they gaslight you and say, oh, you're just kind of too sensitive or whatever, it's a win-win. If you have this real conversation, I believe in the power of communication, the ability to be understood, the power of understanding. I've said this before in previous shows that I think the greatest disease of all mankind is misunderstanding. I think misunderstanding has caused more fights, more quarrels, more wars, more death. People think the greatest disease of all time is COVID or Ebola. I think misunderstanding trumps them both. There is no greater disease than misunderstanding. And it is our duty to make sure that we communicate with honesty, with earnestness, and with conviction who we are and what we're all about. And it's a constant, eternally endless learning curve. We're constantly trying to get better. Where I feel like I'm a communications master, doing this for over 2 decades, studying, eating, sleeping, breathing, language, and words, I still feel like every single day I want to try to get better and better and better. My wife keeps me in check, which I'm so lucky to have, such a brilliant friend, not just a wife and lover and, love of my life, soulmate, but she's a brilliant friend and colleague too. If they really care about you, they will listen to you and they won't gaslight you. And so have that honest conversation with these individuals. Say, hey, look, you know what? Just for example, say, hey, you know what, Tim or Stacy, I just have to be honest with you. Every time I bring something up or every time I'm passionate about doing something, I feel like you're just right there to pin the balloon and deflate everything and take the wind out of my sails. I just don't understand. Why do you not want me to have these? Well, no, I'm just being realistic. You're just, no. If people told Thomas Edison to just be realistic, if people told Henry Ford to just be realistic, if people told Steve Jobs, be realistic, nobody's going to carry around. Are you kidding me, dude? You think people are going to carry around this thing in their pocket and search email and browse the web? And are you out of your mind? Can you imagine if somebody would have told Steve Jobs, be realistic? Don't fall for that. Be honest and tell them straight up what's going on. Tell them straight up what's going on. Yes. And you know what? And you know what's funny, Jess Sampson? Jess Sampson says differences in religion has caused more wars than anything else in the last 3,000 years. Well, what is religion based on? It's based on words. It's based on dictums. It's based on ideologies. It's based on, gospels, right? Which are words. I mean, you're absolutely right, Sampson. I'm so glad that you brought that up because it's extremely important what you just brought up. Absolutely. And, our brothers and sisters have been killing each other for thousands of years in the Middle East. And they're brothers. Think about this. They're fighting over a book. No, your book is wrong. No, your book is wrong. No, my book is right. No, your book. It's words. It's language. It's misunderstanding. They're fighting over the same thing. I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, I don't want to get too into religion here right now on the show, but I'm glad you brought that up. Just Sampson says, I used to hit about 10 pods a day, but things have changed. Now YouTube has taken over my time, maybe down to 2 podcasts. That's interesting. I like that insight. Thank you so much. How many of you watch YouTube on your television? Let me know in the chat. Give me a hashtag me in the chat if you watch YouTube on your television like I do, because I do. As a matter of fact, I'll be the first hashtag me. I do. How many of you watch YouTube on television? I love it. I think that it's the greatest thing, watching YouTube on TV. I don't even watch really. I mean, we cut the cable cord a long time ago. And I've never been happier because our cable bill was like $300-$400 a month. And so I've never, ever been happier cutting the cable cord. But watching YouTube on TV is just so simple. It's so amazing. And it's interesting because I don't really like Netflix that much. I know a lot of people watch a lot of Netflix, but a lot of the shows and movies they're just not that good. I'm just sorry. I mean, they're just not. I just would much rather watch YouTube. And there's so much stuff to watch on there. Like, I mean, I watch history documentaries, and I watch, all these different kinds of shows on like ancient relics or, even National Geographic stuff. I mean, I love watching YouTube on TV. I'll definitely watch, obviously things related to my industry too, like branding and marketing and online business and career stuff too. But man, I love watching YouTube. I love the amount of choices and the amount of control that YouTube gives you is phenomenal. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Yeah, Gage and Gadget says me. Very nice, Gage and Gadget. It's so good to see you. YouTube on TV, I do good to watch one video on my PC. 99.999% of my consumption is on mobile. Yeah, it's interesting. I would much rather watch YouTube on TV than mobile. It's interesting because, I know one of the cool things about having a YouTube channel. Thank you, Flash. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Just Samson. I watch everything on YouTube. Yes. I'm a mom and I want my kids to go to your house. Fantastic. Okay, sure. Come on over. Hey, Walter. Great to see you, Walter. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the great and powerful Walter Wayburn is here. Walter, where have you been all my life, man? I miss you. How are you, sir? Walter, I used to always look so forward to your comments on my YouTube channel, man. It is absolutely great to see you, Walter. Welcome. Yeah, Gauging Gadget says, I love YouTube. It allows me to interact with people. Yeah. Thank you so much, Gauging. I love that you're here, man. It's so awesome to see you, brother. I hope that you can come as often as possible. I really do. And by the way, if you're just joining us, you know where I'm going with this. If you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly, your personal branding coach, Professor Nez. We go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you smash that smash button. Make sure you hit that like button and share this out because this is the greatest show on earth, helping you to earn more, grow faster, and stress a whole lot less. So welcome. So great to see you. Oh yeah, it's so great. I'm so happy to hear that, Walter. It's just absolutely awesome to see you. I absolutely love it. Let me see what Silver Fox said here. DJ says, again, I work state employment. We push trade schools, short-term certifications with state and federal funds, grants money. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Flash says, my better half uses the TV to watch her stuff. Yeah. What's she watch? Murder mystery shows and all that? I swear to God, if I ever got killed, all they'd have to do, if ever I got murdered, my wife would be in a lot of trouble. Because all they would need to do is go look at her watch history on Netflix and all these other places. It's literally like Murderer's Row. Murderers, how to be a murderer. It's like all these like murder mystery shows, crime show, crime drama. She loves those shows. I do. Yes. Silver Fox says I do. Fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the chat. down below. Now, it's so interesting. My mindset has changed over the years because being in my business and being doing what I do, one of the most important differentiating factors is storytelling. If you want to earn more, grow faster, and stress less with your career or your online business, if you don't understand storytelling, you're gone, you're lost. And so, and being a content creator and especially a video creator, because I love creating videos, I love creating videos every day. As a matter of fact, my newest video is going to premiere in about an hour and a half, which you got to go check out on YouTube. When I say premiere, it's not a premiere video. It's just going to come out. It's going to go live in about an hour and a half. I've been watching a lot of these shows, movies, what have you, with a really different perspective, with a completely different mindset and a different lens. I've been looking at how they craft their story through editing, through cinematography, I've always been a huge film buff. I've been playing around with video since I was a kid. Big fan of like Stanley Kubrick and Francis Ford Coppola and Martin Scorsese, Ingmar Bergman, a lot of these great filmmakers, Antonioni, Fellini. And, but I just was so immersed in the story. I didn't look at the how. I was just really just watching each scene as it unfolded, kind of like what's going to happen next, as opposed to now when I watch this stuff, being a content creator, being a business owner, especially online, I have a different lens, and it's really awesome because even as a business communications professor, I teach audience purpose message, and so we talk all the time about that in real world examples, especially really good, actually, really interesting media and commercials and films and TV, etc. And so, when I was watching this Oliver Stone movie last night, and just a little bit of it, after my kid went to sleep. And just, I love the cinematography that he implemented in the mid 90s. And I kept asking myself, wow, that's so cool. I wonder if you could do that on YouTube. I wonder if you could mix formats. I wonder if you could do black and white for one scene, then go back to color. And the edginess and the kind of format that he used to tell his story, which had such dramatic effect and emotional implications. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. A lot of people are watching this. How many people are watching this Gambit, the Queen's Gambit on Netflix right now? Here I am trashing Netflix and I'm talking about it too much. So they've obviously done a good job. And I'm not trashing Netflix. I just like watching YouTube over Netflix. When I went on my Facebook feed a couple of days ago, I noticed a lot of people were talking about the same thing that I was. And the people who were talking about it were business owners, marketers. And they're saying the storytelling in the Queen's Gambit is very interesting. And that piqued my interest. And I haven't watched it yet, but I have it on my list. Has anybody seen the Queen's Gambit on Netflix yet? Silver Fox says, I only watch YouTube. I thought I was alone. Not even close. Are you kidding me? It's the #1 video platform on planet Earth. YouTube owns the game. There's no other video platform. And YouTube TV is an amazing thing too. Now, you can even watch, here's the cool thing about YouTube. His wife watches, so Flash says his wife watches Asian movies. Fantastic. I hate reading subtitles. Flash, you're the man. Flash says, when growing up in SoCal, I would film a lot of surfing and skateboarding. That's awesome. Oh, that was huge back in the day, right? The late 70s and 80s. Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely, brother. You got to come on back, Flash. I need to have lunch with you, too. I still think I'm going to do this. Okay, Just Samson says, finish Queen's Gambit. Great flick. So you recommend it. Okay, thank you, Just Samson. I still need to do this. What I'm going to do is eventually have Nez Summit. I'm going to have Nez Summit, a conference where I don't know if it's going to be big or small. I don't even care. I just want all the awesomest people on planet, the entire Nez Nation family, you, everybody watching and listening right now. I'm going to have you guys come, and we're going to all just inspire each other, hang out, learn from each other, just have fun, have a blast. And it doesn't even have to be this sort of grandiose thing, just a cool get together. How many people would be down for Nez Summit? Let me know in the chat down below. Give me a hashtag Nez Summit if you're down for something like that, because I actually think that would be really, really cool. So let me know if that's something that interests you. I really, really like that. Okay, we got a question because I just want to get to. I love it, man. I just love getting together with you guys. I've seen a couple of you at Vid Summit and other conferences. We've hung out together, but I just love seeing you guys, and I would love to hang out. Gauging Gadgets has a question. How do you weigh? Okay, we're getting a lot of Nez Summits. I love it. I love it. How do you weigh outside influence on your channel, such as sponsorships? I feel while these add more money, they also add stress and deadlines. I was just talking about this, Gauging Gadgets, before you got in here. And I'm thinking about doing an entire video tutorial on how to not only get brand deals and sponsorships, but how to deal with them. And so, if you're like me, Gauging Gadgets, this is such a great question. If you're like me, and as a matter of fact, no, don't be sorry. It's totally fine, Gauging Gadgets. I want to come back to this because it's a great question. The brand deals that I get and the sponsorships that I work out, I always just try to really make sure that it adds as little stress as possible. You know what? And sometimes that stress is okay. That stress is good. It means you care. It means you want to do a good job. And if you're like me, this is a business to me. Like my YouTube channel produces revenue, not only just from brand deals and sponsorships, but also from, ad revenue too. And so I work with advertisers. I work with affiliates. And so I take it very seriously. The best thing that you can do to lower or decrease your stress is just make sure all the terms are at the top of the table right off the bat. Make sure you find out exactly what they want, what the brand wants, what the sponsor wants more than anything. Most of the time, it's pretty straightforward. They want a review of their product or they want a tutorial. But because they're reaching out to you, they trust you. And so they'll say, hey, we're going to give you complete control. That's why we're paying you. That's why we're reaching out to you. Or that's why we're contracting your services, is because we trust you. So any brand or company that says we want final approval or we want all of this, I'm not saying you should say no to that, but definitely make sure that you get all the facts straight and make sure that you get all the terms. When I say above the table, you may want to even, review the contract with an attorney before you sign anything or before anything like that. I mean, most brand deals and most sponsorships for our size YouTube channels, you can kind of get away with, just a very simple kind of, exchange and transaction. But as you get bigger and as you grow, it may become, indicative or it may become necessary for you to have somebody review the contract. But usually if you have a great brand partnership representative or whoever the rep is for the company, if you have a good relationship with them and a good rapport, you can kind of feel that out when you talk to them or meet with them or what have you. It's pretty simple. And I always say, I need at least 6 to 8 weeks before I can publish these videos, right? It depends on what the sponsorship is or what the video is. But, I've gotten to a workflow now where I can produce 3 to 4 videos, high quality videos a week because I've really streamlined everything. And so I still give myself a lot more time because I do want it to be amazing. And even though most of the companies don't ask for final approval, just out of respect, before I click publish, before I click public, I usually send the video in an unlisted link to them just so they can check it out and review it. And here's a big one too. Do not agree to reshoots. Do not agree to reshoots. You can key them in on, edits for title or maybe even thumbnail or something like that, even though that's even maybe going too far. But anybody who says, make that upfront that you don't do reshoots because that's, you don't have time to do all that. And that's basically a whole nother cost. That's a whole nother extra cost. So make sure that you specify you don't do reshoots. But you know what? It's an amazing way to take your channel to the next level. SNES Summit. Who said SNES Summit, sweetie? Yes. Thank you so much. I love it. Look at this. I absolutely love it. It would be fun, wouldn't it? Yes, absolutely. Yes, Gauging Gadgets. So Gauging Gadgets, have you talk a little bit more about that with your brand deals and with your sponsorships? What are the biggest stresses that you have? What are the biggest? Is it just deadlines or I mean, I love talking about this because I love seeing channels, and I hate even the word small YouTube channel. There's no such thing. Look, I have almost 6,000 subscribers and I'm super grateful for that. I'm going to get to 6 million. I'm not worried about it. It's going to take time, but I'm going to get there because I ain't never going to stop. I ain't never going to stop. This is my duty on earth. This is my purpose. I've discovered that. I'm very lucky and fortunate and I'm going all in. Um, and I love, so I don't even like to say small YouTube channel, but I love seeing channels that are not maybe the size of 100,000, 50,000, 200, 2 million, what have you, make good money. You're putting in a lot of time and energy into these videos. You should be compensated. And you have value. You have value that you can bring to the table. I said this on a previous live stream. If you have any content creating skills, now is your time, especially the fact that we have no idea when we're going to go back to normal. I mean, working from home could be for the next 18 months, if not more, especially if Biden is the true winner, which it turns out it seems like he is the true winner. I don't know. I mean, I know Trump's going to court and all this stuff. He's going to really, really kind of lock down and hunker down on. I think he may even do a national lockdown or a mask mandate or something. He's going to really. So my point is, and we don't know this for sure, but my point is that if you have any content creating skills, I don't care if you have 500 subscribers, I don't care if you have 5,000, 5 million, I don't care if you have 1,000 subscribers, you can make money with brands and sponsorships on your channel. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm going to do an entire video on that because I think it would be absolutely phenomenal. Yes. Luis says, how much to ask so you don't undercut your pay? Yes. So this is something that is a great question. It's a fantastic question. How much do you ask so you don't undercut your pay? It's the same thing with salary negotiation. I always say this to my career coach clients. It's easier to negotiate down than it is to negotiate up. Okay. And so I always say start off high, right? Really understand that you can charge companies thousands of dollars for videos, especially if it's a big company. Like, I don't want to give away the name right now, but right now I'm working out a deal with a pretty big webcam company. You could probably guess who that is. And I'm working on the contract right now with this company. And so, if you look at the time and energy and the amount of work that is going to go into these videos, if it's a big business or big company that can afford, these guys, they dump tens of thousands of dollars in ad money all the time and influencer campaigns all the time. And so I'm not saying you say $10,000, but make it worth your while. Start off high, evaluate where your, time and energy is coming in and how you can bring value. And you could really confidently make a great video for these guys and start off high. If you start with 500 and they say yes immediately, and they probably would have paid you 1,000, then you've just hurt yourself. So whatever number you have in mind, let's just say it's 500. Instead of saying 500, say 1,000 or 1,500, and then you'll get down to 1,000 because they probably will renegotiate with you. I'm in the middle of this literally right now. So this question is absolutely perfect, Luis. Start high. I always say start high. Value yourself. Put a lot of value. Now it's like, how do you have the balls to say that, Nez? I don't get as nervous as I used to. I used to get nervous asking for a lot of money, and also do research too. You got to do research. What are other companies paying influencers for your type of content? It's the same thing with salary negotiations. Like, for example, if you're the VP of marketing, it's very easy to see what the median salary is for vice presidents of marketing. And so I always say, let's say the average is 90,000, go 120, and you might get down to 100, or you might get that 90,000, right? So for salary negotiation, if for brand deals, do research. What are other people doing? Okay. What are other people being offered that are similar to your niche or similar to your background or similar to your content? What are brands paying them? What's the average going rate for a video like that? And then start off high. Just start off high. Value yourself. Yes, and Flash has a great comment here. Blue Book can help with the value of your channel, although I do feel like Blue Book kind of undermines. Yes, no small YouTuber. Absolutely. Oh, you definitely better believe it. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. I am definitely going to get, speaking of Silver Fox, the silver play button. I will get that eventually. It may not happen this year, next year, or the year after, but I will get it. I know that. I'm growing very, very steadily. And so things are going really, really well for me. Gauging Gadget says, I have about 85,000 subs. That is awesome, dude. Congratulations. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming you're a dude. You might be a dudette, and that's totally awesome. That's freaking rad. That's freaking rad. That's awesome. 85,000 subs, have worked through about 6 contracts. Usually they are pretty straightforward, but when they are larger companies, the contracts are more complex. Yes, so the larger companies will pay more. You got to think about this, guys. It's one service to shoot the video. If you've worked with big brands before, you know that you've got to get talent. Talent costs money, especially if you get actors for the videos, like SAG, unions dealing with all that stuff. Those guys are expensive. You're looking at, like, let's just say for shooting and editing, you're looking at about 2 to 3 thousand. For talent, you're looking about 2,000, maybe even more. Editing, marketing, distribution, thumbnail design, SEO optimization. I mean, there's so much cost that can just add up and add up. And if you itemize everything and you write it out for them, and, let's just say here's another cool tactic too. Start off high, okay, and then give them a little bit of a discount. Say, I really, love this company. I love this brand. And you know what? I'll even knock this off just for you guys. And it could be just a miscellaneous item that you're not really knocking off. You got to play that game. I know it sounds a little crazy, but you got to have the balls to go after it. You will be shocked. I am living proof of this. Gauging Gadgets, I'm so glad you're here. It's just absolutely awesome. You have to understand this, that these companies, I am so shocked when I throw out a number sometimes to companies, and they immediately say, yes, that's not a problem. And I'm like, oh my God, I could have maybe got 10,000. I could have got 15,000. You'll be surprised. These companies, they have the budget, especially if they're larger companies. And I would definitely say, thank you so much, Silver Fox. I would definitely say, Gauging Gadgets, if you're working on contracts, I always do it up front. I always do it. Yeah, I always do up front, because that way, I'm secure in doing the work, and I know that they can't cancel on me or anything like that. So I always get an upfront payment. I always do. Even for my coaching business too, I always get an upfront payment. I'm too old to be chasing invoices, and you're too good to be chasing invoices, and so am I, right? You're right about having the needed upfront doable. The hardest thing now is weighing benefits of the contract versus risk with sections in the contract that are limiting. If you're dealing with big brands and big businesses and big, heavy contracts, Gauging Gadgets, definitely get an attorney. It probably will cost you only maybe $100, $200, maybe three. But it's worth it. It's worth it, so you're protected. And sometimes those contracts can be, the only thing you can't negotiate is Sally Mae. Are you talking about student loans? Yeah, student loans suck. Congratulations, Walter. That is awesome. Are you 20,000 away? Is that right, Walter? That is so killer. I love that, Walter. Congratulations. Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely get. I'm gonna definitely be getting that silver play button. I'm not worried about it one bit, because I'm just going to keep on pushing. And my channel has shown some amazing growth since the pandemic has started. It really has, because a lot of the stuff that I offer, a lot of the stuff that I talk about really relates well to working from home, to doing online, all this other stuff too, and what the pandemic has created. Gauging Gadget said, starting watching Nez at 30,000. Love the good videos and vibes and sound advice. Thank you so much. Gauging Gadgets, you rock. Hopefully you've checked out the last couple of videos that I've published, because those videos are phenomenal. You got to go check out. I've done a lot of videos on the Amazon Influencer Program, top 20 websites to make money, side hustles, working from home, remote jobs, finance tips, personal finance tips. I mean, the gamut. I've been running the gamut, really working hard. Hopefully you guys are getting a ton of value. It really means a lot to me, Gauging Gadgets. Thank you. Joe says, I do too, unless it's repeatable clients such as some of the nonprofits I work with. Love it. Yes, love it. That is awesome. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome, Walter. That silver play button, I can't wait to get that. I am so pumped and excited to get that. And, it just takes work. It just takes time. Look, It's not impossible. It's not even even in the vicinity of impossible. It just takes time. It just takes practice. It just takes. And here's another thing too. By you working very very hard to do that, by you actually working on getting to that level or getting that subscriber goal or setting that goal for you, you're honing skills, you're honing your craft, you're honing your camera branding, you're improving your camera presentation, your editing, your transitions, you're improving your storytelling, your cinematography. I am trying to improve with every single video. I'm trying to get better and better and better, more natural, more real, more helpful, more about them. I'm still tinkering with my introduction. I used to think my introduction was gold. I've cut my introduction, I've cut my bumper, I've gotten to the meat of the content a lot faster than I used to. It also comes from great feedback from you guys, but also great feedback from colleagues and just really looking at the YouTube analytics, and why I talk about YouTube mostly is because it's the ultimate video platform, and there's nothing like it. You should focus a lot of your content marketing on YouTube because a tweet lasts about 3 seconds, a Facebook post lasts 5 seconds. A LinkedIn post, can get a lot more bang for your buck or more miles per gallon, but it's still, it gets lost in the ether, after maybe a couple of days. YouTube lives forever. I mean, I've got videos that I published 3, 5, 6 years ago that are just now getting thousands of views and consistently getting hundreds and thousands of views. There's just nothing like it. If you're thinking about starting to create video content and you know the power of video content, I might do an entire show on TikTok because I know TikTok is amazing and TikTok is just blowing up. And stories, I mean, LinkedIn stories, I've got I've been talking a lot about LinkedIn stories too. I mean, video, you're, even if, let's just say this, even if, dare I say this, you don't grow on YouTube, but you're creating video after video after video, those skills are high in demand. You can monetize those skills. You could open up a video marketing consulting. You could help people with their editing, do a freelance editing business, do a freelance, video square meme business. You can do a freelance, social media video business. Those skills are unbelievably valuable to the marketplace. They're high in demand. There is not a business, there is not an entity, there is not an organization around in 2020 and beyond that does not need to have video as a part of their marketing and their branding. There just isn't. There's not one out there that wants to sustain themselves and have longevity through the long haul that can get away with not using some type of video on some type of platform, even if it's just their own website and they're using Vimeo or just whatever. It's video is everything. I mean, video is 21st century communications. It's absolutely everything. So, I mean, even if, hopefully this will help you and inspire you, even if you're not getting a ton of traffic or a ton of views or a ton of growth on your channel, you're working on skills. Maybe you're not getting a lot of views on your stories, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat, what have you, YouTube stories too. Maybe you're not getting a ton of views on that, but you're honing those skills. Camera branding skills are amazing. As a matter of fact, one of the videos I just created were pandemic created online hustles. What are the best pandemic created side hustles? One of them was to create a sort of work from home consulting business where you help individuals and businesses create their work from home station. You help them with the tech, you help them set it up, you help them organize it, or you give them a checklist if you don't want to do it kind of more hands on. I mean, I think that would be an amazing business. I might even do that myself, for crying out loud. Yes, absolutely. I downloaded TikTok. Silver Fox says I downloaded TikTok after last stream here and that conversation. Oh, good. Have you tried it at all? Flash says I'm using TikTok now to drive traffic. Oh, fantastic. And I mean, a lot of people are growing like crazy. I mean, the organic reach on TikTok is insane. It's just absolutely insane. I mean, I absolutely love it. Joe Dexter says, Absolutely. Your community needs you now more than ever. Could not be more to the point right there, Joe. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's just absolutely killer. Gauging Gadget says, has not tried TikTok yet. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And Gauging Gadgets, I'm assuming you're kind of like a tech review channel. Do you mind giving us a little more info on your channel? Love that. Joe says, I've built websites, done live streams, created graphics, and all kinds of projects for my local community. My work YouTube has one subscriber. You are the brand, not your YouTube. Brilliantly said, Joe Dexter. I love that. You know what? Don't even worry about vanity metrics when you're starting. Don't even worry about likes, views. You're building a catalog. You're building a demonstration of who you are to the marketplace. Look, you're invisible, y'all. You don't exist until I know your story. You don't exist. I don't know who you are until I know your story. Until you're just another, blip on the screen. You're just another human being that I pass in the hallways and byways of life. You're just another invisible entity that I see next to me at a stoplight until I know your story. If you ever notice how, here's a really good example. If you ever notice how maybe you like a musical group or you like their music somewhat, and you're like, oh yeah, I can kind of dig that. Let me know in the chat if this has ever happened to you. If a documentary comes out, why do you think a lot of these musicians, right? Lady Gaga, Madonna, Katy Perry, right? Michael Jackson, why do you think a lot of these musicians, okay, they come out with documentaries? Because it's their way of taking you behind the scenes. It's their way of giving you their narrative, their story on who they are. And why is it, and let me know in the chat down below, if you've ever watched a documentary on a musical group and you've immediately become a fan or even a larger fan of that group or person than you were before. I know I have. I know I have. This is just storytelling. This is just getting yourself out there. Great to see you, Life with Aura. How are you? Aura is in the house. Hello, great to see you. You don't exist. You don't exist until you share your story with the world. It's absolutely true. You just don't. Eduardo! There is Eduardo. How are you, Eduardo Rodriguez? Great to see you. Where are you joining us from, Eduardo? Are you joining us from abroad? I think you were last time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's fantastic to see you. Great to see you. This has been so far the longest stream that I've done on, by the way, if you're just joining us, don't forget, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly, your personal branding coach, online business owner, executive career coach. We go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, when you can ask me anything at all about how to advance your career, how to start and grow your own online business, how to earn more, grow faster, and stress a whole lot less. Make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so when we go live, you don't miss a thing, okay? It's really, really important that you don't miss anything. So it's so great to have you with us. Norway, I love it. Look at this. And Flash, I want to talk about what you just said right there. I want to thank you so much, Eduardo. It's so great to have you with us. Welcome to the live stream. Flash says, I love the Flash fam. They have brought me so much. Great people all over the world. You know what? I can honestly say, without a shadow of exaggeration, I can honestly say this. I'm not even kidding you guys this. I can honestly say that the people that I've met through my content, through helping people, transforming lives, and just being inspired by you and connecting with you in the online community, the awesome Nez Nation family, you guys, it's been some of the best relationships I've ever had. Besides my wife, obviously, and my family, some of the best friends and the best relationships I've ever had. This is why the mission statement here at Nez Nation is, it's not a mantra or anything weird like that. It's our mission to bring more humanness to this digitalness, because I didn't even watch the documentary, The Social Dilemma, and I'm refused to watch it because everything is about how negative social media is, how negative online is, how we don't have power over our lives, right? It's like, you don't have any control over, you don't have any critical thinking skills. You can't control your mind, your body, your soul. You can't control what you expose yourself to. It's basically all these naysayers and in this sort of campaigning that online is terrible and online is destroying us. I don't buy it. This is living proof right here. I don't buy it. For 1 second, I don't buy it. This is an amazing community. We're all coming together. We're helping each other transform our lives, inspire each other, bring value, hang out, have fun. I look forward to this live stream every Sunday more than you could ever even imagine. I mean, if I miss a live stream, God forbid, I absolutely feel depressed. I really do if I miss a live stream. And I really, really try not to. I really, really try not to. Hey, look who it is. Eric, Modern Day Tech. How are you, brother? Great to see you, brother. Good to see you. How's everything going with you, sir? Love it. Fantastic. Another awesome member of the Nez Nation family. No, I'm not going to watch it, Just Samson. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. But no, I probably won't. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm sick and tired of everybody saying that social media because you know what it is, Just Samson? It's telling us that we don't have control over our own lives, that we're just automatons. Like, you don't have to, I don't believe that. I just don't. I don't believe that Facebook controls how I think and look and breathe. I don't believe that Google and all these big companies control that. I don't believe that Russians can interfere with elections through Facebook. I just don't. No Russian made me vote for anybody. I voted for who I wanted to vote for. No social media platform completely owns me. I have control. I can unplug if I want to. I can get away from social media if I want to. I just truly feel that way. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You might disagree with me. But, the proof is in the pudding. Look at this amazing online community. Look at this awesome Nez Nation family. This is what I mean by bringing humanness to this digitalness is we take back our control. We take back our control. Sweeney Dunson says, these AMA streams on Sunday help me keep my sanity during boring shifts. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Long time, Eric. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Flash says, watching the Nez, and then I'll be doing Windows. Samson says, good or bad, it's still a knowledge, Nez. Yeah, that's a good point, but, I don't know. I value my time, Samson, and I value what I get exposed to, and I have control over that. And so, I would rather focus on things where I will get a lot of value from and will be, I tend to, want to focus only on things that I feel are productive. It's productive for me. Eduardo says, humans have a tendency to have easier to fall into negativity. Yes, I'm happy Nez Nation is the opposite. We need more empowering, less polarization, hate, and separation. Eduardo, you've just given me the ultimate endorsement. And that is the mission here. That is totally the mission here. Why? Not for just kicks and giggles, even though this is a ton of fun, but because I remember what it was like when I didn't have that place to go, when I didn't have that, when I was lost, lonely, confused, forlorn. And it was the inspirers that pulled me out of the depths. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be an expert. I don't want to be a guru. I want to be an inspirer, period. That's all I want to be. And so, I'm that comment right there, Eduardo, you've made my heart sing. You've absolutely made my heart sing. And so I really, really appreciate that. And thank you so much. Cleaning windows on the house. Very good. Well, hey, if you don't have any other questions or anything like that, we've been going here for over an hour and a half. I'm not Niminati. I don't do 5-hour streams. I got to go pick up my daughter at my mother-in-law's house. But I just want you to know if there's any other questions or anything at all, leave them in the chat. If there's like a last question or two, please leave them in the chat. I just want you to know that I'm so grateful for all of you. I appreciate you guys like no other. You guys mean the absolute world to me, and it's just been an absolute treat to hang out with you guys, and I hope you guys will come back every single Sunday. because we go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, office hours with yours truly, your personal branding coach. I would love to see you guys every single Sunday. And so make sure that you click subscribe, make sure that you click the bell notification, make sure that you follow on LinkedIn and hit that notification button. I would really, really, definitely appreciate that. Yes, Louise says time management. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Gauging Gadgets. Absolutely, Samson. We need to do that like ASAP. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Flash says, next time I'm back home, I'll try to make it down to OC. Yeah, we need to hang out, Flash. We need to grab a beer or something. I would love to see you, brother. I would love to see you. You guys are the best. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And just in case you're interested in going further, you got a lot of value from this, and you're like, you know what, Nez, I want to learn more. I'm inspired by what you said. I love the fact that there's so many opportunities out there for me to make extra money, maybe even start and grow my own online business, advance my career, compose a message that really fits me and gets to the right people. If you're interested in going deeper, I just want to share that at Beyond the Box Academy, we have done a 70% discount on some of the most multiple award-winning 5-star courses, the best courses in the game, relating to helping you get yourself out of your own way, earn more money, grow faster, and stress less. So if you're interested in going deeper or interested in going further, go check out beyondtheboxacademy.com. You will not be disappointed. Because of COVID, I've decided to reduce everything by 70%. So these are courses that used to be thousands of dollars. They're now like next to nothing. So make sure you go check them out. And as always, on behalf of the Nez Nation family, I am Professor Nez, and I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you an inspired, awesome week, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Don't forget, I've got a brand new video going live in less than 45 minutes on my YouTube channel. 6 proven ways to reduce anxiety right now. If you have any stress, any anxiety, make sure you go check out that video. I would really appreciate it. Love you guys. Love you so much. And thank you so much. I want to give a big shout out to Just Samson, Flash in Your Pan, Eduardo, Aura, DJ Silver Fox, Gauging Gadgets, Modern Day Tech. I want to give a big shout out to also Joe Dexter. Huge shout out to Joe Dexter. Thank you so much. If there's anybody I forgot, I apologize. Luis, great to see you. Walter Wayburn. Hopefully, Walter, I'll see you more, brother. We really miss you here on Nez Nation. Such a great treat to see you. Thank you so much to Frank. Thank you so much to Tom Willis on Twitch. And anybody else that I have forgotten, I really appreciate it. Sweeney Dunstan, my main mod, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I can't get enough of you guys. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Peace.